Looky here, it's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
Have you liked and subscribed and rated and shared our podcast? You've downloaded it, obviously, because you're listening, and we appreciate it.
So many requests. So many requests.
I know, demanding, but that's what they say you have to do. You have to remind. I need reminded 15 times to do one small thing, so I'm just reminding nicely.
Just reminding nicely, and also saying thank you for so many people that have done exactly those things. And I'm going to put a couple more things on your list, as a matter of fact. Just a kind of, it was kind of neat because somebody came up. Tara is who we were talking to when we were out at Ray's. And she's one of many that were out there before we even got there, right? She was sitting there at a table with her husband and got a chance to sit and talk to her for a little while and talk to several people. And one question that came up most frequently was, what can we do to help you guys? What can we do to help you guys? Because they know that we're kind of like, doing this on our own, but not really, because we're doing it with you guys. And it's a new direction and we're still trying to figure it out. And she came up with the best idea. She said, you know what? She says, would it help if, like, when you guys go do things, that we say thank you to your sponsors or thank you to anybody who does anything on their Facebook page? And she came up with that idea
after because she was pretty buzzed.
Well,
so her and her husband were pretty buzzed. So that's an idea. That's a buzzed idea.
Creativity starts flowing, right? I understand that. The creativity juice.
Love it.
I get it.
It's a great idea.
And it is a great idea. And she was like, I'm going to be sure to let Ray's know, thank you. And she went down the list of everybody and to say thank you. And the same with Kugler Vision, to say thank you to them for supporting the podcast. She says it's one way for me to do that, aside from making an appointment for a consultation. Right. But speaking of that too, there was somebody who had reached out to us on Facebook because they're going in for their consultation, just like Pat. And
by the end of this week,
they're super excited about it. And they had questions, but then they heard Dr. Kugler on the podcast and it answered a lot of questions as well. And so she's all excited, but she said that when she filled out the information sheet online, when you go to kuglervision.com, you fill out the information about getting your consultation and it asks where you heard about Kugler Vision. And she checked other and then wrote in Pat and JT podcast.
So we would encourage that.
Thank you for doing
super
that.
Cool.
And that just lets them know, because I want them to know when you guys hear about something and that you heard it because of the podcast, and that's in direct relationship to them supporting the podcast.
That's right. And we appreciate them very much.
Yes, we do. So kuglervision.com. Thank you so much for Dr. Kugler coming in to be on the podcast, but more so, thank you for supporting our podcast.
We have had posted a video on Monday of our phone call with Vers, who was we were seeing if he was hungover. It's on our Facebook page. Anyway, and you were making fun of yourself about chewing on your lip on the video.
Because we were videoing ourselves for the first time.
Scotty's in here, by the way.
Testing out. Yes, Scott.
Hi, Scotty.
Scott
I
Papik.
could have did the live intro. It's Pat and JT.
You just did, and your kid just did a second ago.
He's our voice.
Yeah.
He's our voice. But we were testing out a new program, how we can video ourselves while we're doing our podcast and see both of us on screen. And we were doing it primarily for Dax.
Right.
And we were testing things out. I knew that the camera was on me, but not fully recognizing that he is recording this and that he intended to
widely
publish it.
Right.
And so I know the camera's there, and I had something on my lip while I was listening to Matt, and I'm just sitting there.
Just chewing.
I was just completely into it, trying to figure out. I was like, okay.
I didn't even notice.
I did right away. Yeah, the things you see when you see yourself on TV.
So that
you
video's on
noticed,
there.
though, too, that you kept fluffing your shirt.
Yeah.
Moving around. He can't sit still.
You know what's really funny is every podcast that I do and I send out to them, all of them are like, this is great, but I hate my voice. Like, not one person says, man, I love my voice.
Right.
Nobody
So
ever says
it's
that.
on TV. And I've taken pictures. Like, nobody likes anything.
No,
I don't.
So critical
And
of
video
themselves.
as well. When you see yourself in video, you're like, why don't I just sit still?
Right.
Why do I keep making those moves?
I know. Mine was because my boobs were sweat, like like this crease underneath
you
here.
had a sweat spot under your boob?
Yeah, because I like to tuck the shirt underneath them.
Remember the two
Watching you do that is so uncomfortable.
I know.
He's grabbing his boobs. I mean, his moobs, whatever. Anyway.
Were you the one that told me the tuna sandwich story? Was that another one of my friends? That this lady was really heavy.
Yeah.
And there was a really bad smell.
No.
And they had figured out that a tuna,
No.
half a tuna sandwich had fell underneath.
Yeah,
there.
I was around that. I didn't tell that story, but I remember that story.
It wasn't her.
Well, it was
was
the tuna
something
sandwich
else.
under her boob.
Yes, that's what it was.
It was a sandwich under her boob?
Half a sandwich.
No.
Yeah. Don't know if it's a true story, but that is a story. Yes.
You'd know that.
I don't know. Have you ever watched my? And I'm not making fun of anybody.
Have you ever looked into your belly button?
Yeah.
Check that out.
I have.
I mean,
I try to.
There's money coming out and stuff. You're like, hey, what?
But I mean, you kinda, I mean, girls kind of adjust just like guys
I'm saying
do
she was really heavy, and I'm not making fun of her.
It's
by
just a
any
fact.
means. As a person that has struggled with his weight his whole life, I'm fair enough to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
fine
right
enough.
I'm right there with you.
I'm going to miss these conversations with you.
We can still have them.
Not face to face.
No, not for a while.
Unless we videotape and we record everything and show everybody what we
Watch
do.
you chew your lip while you're doing it.
Watch me chew my lip.
Watch me pace.
You're moving.
Yeah, we might have talked about it a while ago. It's been like a 2-year deal.
It's been coming.
It's been coming, and then the reality is that it's here. So wife and kids take off on Wednesday, and I'm gonna hang out for a bit just to finish things up. We did sell our house and pay that stupid check to all those. Don't even get me started.
So dumb. I know. So much. I know. So dumb.
But I know. On the other side too, they do a lot of things that you don't want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
right?
I'm not. I know.
I get it.
It's one of those things. But yeah, so it's been.
You've gone through a lot of different things.
Yeah. So a little backstory. I've lived in 7 different states. When I worked in radio, like I've lived everywhere, but it was always by myself. Mm-hmm. And the one thing I have learned from moving is I definitely encourage it, because when you can dump yourself in a new area and you can give it 6 months, because you will wake up and go, what am I doing here? And you think you know a lot. But once you get there, you realize I don't know anything. So you get all these different experiences all over. So I've always been a fan of the moving, and I would never change anything about that. I am glad that I've had the opportunity to move.
That's how you met your wife. That's how you're doing what you're doing now.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Absolutely. But
I get it. Yeah.
But now it's, 6-year-old twins involved.
And how long have you been here in Omaha?
9 years, 4th of July.
Right. So you guys came back. So you guys have been married?
Yes.
All 9 of those years?
Yes. We got married in San Diego.
So before it was just you and your wife. So now you've added the children into the mix.
Yes.
So.
And, the mindset is like, I've done this before. But what I realized is that I was really struggling with it, and I wasn't communicating, and I was just trying to figure it out in my head, and, the reality is today, in the last 24 hours, I'm watching, kids hug each other for the last time, and kids just losing it. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like this is really happening.
Your kids are sad? Or?
So what's really interesting is that, no, they're not crying. I mean, I can tell they're upset, but it's the other kids that are like losing it. So red flag number 1, like, okay, are they holding it in? But that's what I do. I analyze everything. I analyze it all. And
I think kids are just kids kind of go with the flow. I've learned that over the years. And when the older they get, the goer with the flower are. You know what I mean? Like they're just
more flow going.
Right. And they also, I think you can overanalyze and think yourself into a tornado.
Got it.
And really, it's like, I think that they adjust better than we do.
What do you remember from when you were 6? Do you remember certain things? When you were 6?
Not even to be funny, but like, what do I really remember from high school? Like bits and pieces. But I've always said that, like, no, they're going to be fine. I don't remember anything when I was that age, right? But right now it's scary, and I've just been doing a lot of.
Have they told you it's scary, or are you saying that it's scary for you and your wife?
I try to communicate with them. Mm-hmm.
Are they scared?
I think they are, but they're not really communicating it well, and I'm trying really hard. I just need to get better.
When you say we're moving,
well, I try to get them one-on-one.
Yeah,
and I'm like, hey, how you doing? How you feeling?
That's good.
What's going on? And I don't try to bring up the move until I'm like, well, how we feel about moving?
Have you shown them pictures of the place?
Yeah, they all know.
They've been there before, right? Because this is family.
Yeah, we're moving. It's a great move,
right?
I mean, it isn't.
It's not like they're moving somewhere where they aren't going to know anybody.
No, we're moving to where my wife was. I mean, where she was born and raised.
Yeah.
Maybe they're pumped.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's
I
what
think
I'm
it's
thinking.
an adventure.
Maybe I've created more grit for them than I think.
And the ocean. I mean, there's a lot of cool.
There's so many good things about it. I mean, it is right.
And the friends that are crying are staying here, man. They know their buddies are going to the ocean.
I would be crying because I'd be jealous. Because I'm like, ooh, adventure.
Yeah.
It's like the idea of up and moving. When we were talking about moving, I've only lived in 2 states, but I've moved like 12 times. in
Right.
those states, right? And so I've moved several times, house to house, whatever, with somebody, without somebody, etc. And I never, it's like the thought of the move is always exciting to me. Right now, I would hate to move because I love my house.
Yeah.
That would be sad.
I mean, no, it's an amazing opportunity. I mean, we will spend so much time by the water.
Completely
I'll
different
shoot
scenery.
more people. I love reinventing. Like, I thrive on reinventing. But right now, it's tough.
I think they'll feed off of that, though.
Yeah, they will. But I have to get me right? And I know I'm not right now, and I definitely do. I do a lot of self-awareness and a lot of reading, and I reach out to people that have better tools than I do.
Does Julie feel the same way? Like that they're not?
I mean,
She's excited.
She's pumped. She should be.
Does she feel the same way about the kids though? Like they need to be expressing more?
We both understand that. Like, my main priority when we get there is to be almost like the CEO. I've got to make sure, because she took a job. And we're working for myself. I'm the one that's very flexible on things.
It's just your proximity is going to be different.
Yes.
That's the only difference.
Totally.
So she's out of the house, you're in the house.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have to be as engaging as I've ever been. And in the moment, which is a struggle. And I don't mean it to be. I don't say it to be mean, but like, it really is a struggle, and I'm trying to be better at it. But
dude, for real, it's not even
either.
But it is.
I get it.
It's a real, like, even now when I have a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old, where you think they're like little adults, it's sometimes hard to stay in when people say, "I'm just be present." Like, I'm totally present. But it's like you're thinking of a million things constantly.
Yeah.
And when you have kids that are from the day they're born growing to get away from you and start their own life, it's like, how far do you pull them back and so you can stay present, or do you just kind of facilitate the chaos?
It's a really, really great conversation of what that looks like, because what does being present really mean? What is it? Is it micromanaging them? I'm not. I'm all about the failure and the grit, and which is an amazing opportunity for them. I'm going to watch them reinvent themselves. And I look forward to that.
I think they will. I think that they're going to thrive on it because both of you are excited about it.
Yeah. I'm not worried about my wife. I mean, she's got all of her family there, all of her friends,
And so she's
working in the field that she wants to work in.
Nice.
So, I mean, she's in a pretty good spot. Besides, right now it's very emotional, just with saying goodbyes.
Saying the goodbyes.
And I have parents. So, we haven't done the goodbyes with the parents yet. And not only is their kid leaving them, taking their grandkids.
Yeah, that's rough.
Now that is going to be rough.
Do you have siblings?
I have a brother and a sister. My brother lives in Phoenix, and my sister lives here.
Okay. So are your parents from here originally?
Born and raised.
Yeah. So
my dad spent a little time on that West Coast.
And this was your first house as a couple.
Yeah.
Because you had an apartment.
It's the first house I've ever lived.
Right. So that's also an emotional thing too.
Well, that is
Very
kind of hard.
It's funny though. Like, once you're checked out, you're checked out. Like, I'm done. Get rid. Once you make, and it's the same with like anything. When even if you worked for a company for 15 years and you finally put in that 2 weeks, you're like, how did I put up with this for 15
years?
Like, everything changes. Like,
right.
Why didn't I fix this house before?
Why am
I was like,
my God.
Now you see all the flaws, and you're like, really? I dealt with that for 9 years.
You're fixing. Oh, I hear you on that too.
I hate fixing stuff right before you move out, and you're like, God, I would have enjoyed that non-broken threshold for 8 years.
That's exactly
instead of fixing it right before you move for somebody else to enjoy.
Yeah. And the funny part is I get that this house is the first house where I'm like, I'm not letting this happen to me. Damn it, I'm fixing it all.
Yeah.
And so everything is done except one thing. I just have to replace carpet upstairs. That's it. Otherwise, everything is done. And I'm like, I get to love my house.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Nice time to move.
No. Well, it is. It's been 10 years.
I was going to say, it's about time to move.
God, this is kind of about time to move.
Yeah.
This is a long time in one place. I'm like,
I know. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't lived I guess I was in San Diego for about 10, but other than that, it was pretty brief.
kind of skipping around. Yep.
Yeah, the kids are going to be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I'm in
Yeah.
stress mode right
Yeah,
now,
totally.
right? And it's like, I hate that I'm even going through self-doubt, which I know better because I know all the tools to do it.
They're in school.
Well, they start back in not.
They'll be
first graders.
They'll be first graders,
Correct.
right? How were they going to school?
You mean starting off as kindergartens?
Yeah. No, just the first day when you drop them off.
Do they
say,
cry
"Bye."
and
No, they could have cared less.
Right.
There you go.
It was a big deal to watch them run.
Okay, so here's the deal. I remember first day of school, kindergarten and first grade for some, and there's a very specific reason why. I couldn't wait to go.
Because you were 13?
I'm
just kidding.
Okay, so that's right. He speaks from his own experience. Right. But anyway.
Actually, I got a really funny story about Pat that I just thought of the other day.
I would go to school, and I was all excited to go. I couldn't wait. Go there and have new friends, all this stuff. And I had other friends and you're meeting everybody for the first time, even though I grew up in that town, kind of, sort of. But my parents were on the racetrack, and so we were kind of like... rambling around moving. And I finally stayed with grandma for a few times instead of going to Oklahoma or going to Ohio or going whatever. And anyway, going to school was a huge experience, and it was really fun. And I remember my friend who grew up in Ashland also, had older brothers and sisters, could not let go of her mother when she went to school. Absolutely terrified, did not want to leave her mom. No. Absolutely not. And I was like, out, kick the door shut, later. Yeah. And I'm off getting on the jungle gym, and see y'all later. We're going to have some fun. So I think the fact that they went there and they were just like, awesome, let's make friends. And they've got the buddy system going too. Well,
we have no buddies. We have new buddies to make.
But they have each other.
Yeah. Oh, no, they do. And they do stick up for one. I mean, that whole twin thing is... they're just like any other household. Like, that fight and that whining and that struggle's real. But when it's time, when someone's down and hurt, it flips for sure. Like that.
Yeah,
that whole thing
cool.
That's awesome.
Flips over.
We were just talking to Dr. Kugler earlier this week too, because he has twins, and he was talking about that connection.
Gang of two. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he has 5 kids.
Oh, I can hear him put it like they're in bed, but they're like on the floor. Talking, because like a lot of times when I get them down, I'll like catch up work right on the kitchen table, so I can like hear them whispering on how they're gonna MF me.
You need to put a mic in there and record that. That'd be funny.
You do.
That'd be hilarious.
But I will. I mean, if anybody has some great advice or tools, like, please send it my way. And what I'm really thinking I'm gonna do is that I haven't done a ton of research on moving and emotional and the impact of kids. I haven't went there yet, but I mean, I pretty much understand psychology, but I think I'm pretty much going to document this whole thing live from the travel. And I'm taking a 13-year-old dog. Like,
right.
She hasn't shown me the signs, so we got to go.
Yeah.
She's coming with me for a 21-hour drive. My mother's going to come with.
That'll be fine.
In a white van. And we are going to, that's all we're taking.
That's cool. That'll be fun.
That's all we're
awesome.
taking.
So you said you had a story about this one?
So I had to go pick up my son at a birthday party at the pizza machine the other night. Do you know where that is in Millard?
That's where my son works.
Oh, he does.
He's got a job.
I did not see
Yeah,
that.
he worked.
So
yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but this is when I think we were interning in at the Edge, and the studios were out by that Hy-Vee in Millard.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You got your Bellevue College University check. What was that? What do they call that? Student loan check.
Yeah.
And you weren't going to school, but you were so excited. And I went with you to deposit that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that bank right there by Pizza Machine. Do you recall what I'm talking about?
Commercial Federal.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally remember that because I remember the boots I bought with them. Those Doc Martens.
I mean, it wasn't just like a $500 check.
It was like $5,000. It was like 5 large.
Oh my!
Paid that off
is this
for
the one you
12
took
years.
everybody on a helicopter ride?
No,
with?
that was my credit card.
Okay.
The one you never. Yeah.
Basically good with money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about that. I paid for Natalie's pants for 7 years. Hussy.
So yeah, to get back to 2 things, I think that I'm going to. I think I'm gonna document this all live. It's gonna be the reality show, and I think that's what I need to like get it out and just be truth.
Yeah,
just be truth, because life isn't. I mean, life is. I mean, there's obstacles every day. Like my buddy Jack Reagan say, you got to climb that mountain every day, no matter what it is.
That's right.
I think this is gonna be. I think fun.
I can call you. I can call in from the road when I'm in
that'd be
like
awesome.
Podunk somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I would love that.
I could do that for sure. And then I leave you guys with one thing that is really, really serious.
Okay.
How do you feel about pockets on yoga pants?
It's a hard left turn. I think it's genius. I think I've talked to Sophia about her. They're not yoga pants, Dad. They're leggings. Okay, so I've got that one, and there's that little pocket on the side. And she puts her phone in it, and that's where she keeps her phone.
Okay, the pocket on the thigh, the lower leg, there. That's kind of like the cargo pants, but not because they're leggings.
Yeah.
But that I don't have such a problem with that because it's meant for your phone.
Yes.
Or
a wall or
any pockets that are on the outside on leggings, whatever, yoga pants, are awful in public. In practicality, they're useful because you need a place to put stuff. So you do, but I would never wear them anywhere with stuff in my pockets.
Why do you ask?
Well, actually, she just brought up a good point because do you wear what is the term? I'm going to call them yoga pants.
Just call them yoga pants.
All right, so
whatever.
Do you wear yoga pants when you're not in public at home?
At home.
Okay, so basically you get to wear sweatpants everywhere for all the people that are wearing yoga dress up. Like it's all good, right? So what is the guys' yoga pants? It's not cargos.
No.
It's not cargo pants? Cargo shorts?
No, with all the pockets?
With all the pockets?
I don't see a lot of the kids wearing cargos anymore.
No.
Okay.
Just workout shorts. I rock workout shorts a lot.
But
workout shorts. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But when you put your phone in there, your pants drip.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. Yeah, you're right. There is no really, because men aren't supposed to wear those.
What, yoga pants? No, I'm not saying I want to rock yoga pants, but I'm
the
saying,
equivalent?
I think the closest thing is, and I wear like, you can call them almost like hiking.
Joggers? Sort of?
Hiking pants. Where they're they're really light wearing,
like
but
plastic.
They're super comfortable.
Yeah, they're like joggers.
Yes.
I think for jog. Yeah. That's the equivalent.
That would be our yoga.
But it still looks less dressy than women in yoga pants.
Right.
They can wear Uggs or a sensible wedge, and it'll they can wear it
Don't
to
ever
lunch.
say that again. Sensible wedge.
My new
Is that from
favorite.
Connie's shoes? I don't know.
Is that the same thing as the reversible
Sensible wedge.
Cito?
No, yeah. Yeah, it is.
I'm never wearing a sensible
Reversible
wedge.
Cito.
Oh my God. I can tell you one thing on my Stitch Fix, no wedges.
What?
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
They send you shoes. Don't you dare send me wedges. I don't
Keep
like them.
wedgies.
No, I don't want the wedges.
I don't know. There are some, but and again, this is just a fact.
yeah.
There are some people, men and women, that shouldn't wear certain clothes.
This is
And
true.
I know you can have the best self-esteem ever. I have fantastic self-esteem. I think I'm a great person. I just like myself a lot, right? I don't feel like I'm a jerk, but I will never wear a tank top. Like I'll just never wear a tank top because I shouldn't wear a tank top with hairy shoulders and weak ass arms. I will never wear a tank top.
It's funny. It's how you meet somebody, how you perceive them. I don't want to see either one of you in a tank top.
Right.
I won't wear a tank top unless I'm at home. For the most part, even sleeveless or anything.
Fair enough.
That's not. But if I had known you in that sense, then it makes sense. But I've never.
So everything under clothes is game.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're walking through whatever Walmart and you're like, I don't understand how that person, man or woman, got up and said, this is it.
Sometimes
it's the outfit.
Do you think in Walmart's branding, like they wanted to be, like when they came up there, spent millions of dollars to create our brand strategy, that they wanted to be the one that anybody referenced with somebody that's effed up? I mean, seriously. I mean, if you're
They
the brand,
nailed it.
but then you wonder, are they smart enough to put out these viral videos on the side, right, of people at Walmart?
How brilliant would it
Conspiracy.
be?
I never thought about that.
When they
Play the
say,
game.
When they say it leaked, the first person you look at is Kris Kardashian.
Right.
Right?
That's a good
I
point.
do not.
Kris Jenner.
I mean,
I'm
it doesn't
sorry.
stop me from going to Walmart. It's almost part of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've been into a Walmart in a small town, like it is The Walking Dead. It's awesome.
It is.
It's
fantastic.
content forever.
When I was moving down to Tulsa, speaking of moving, went through a Walmart in Arkansas, and that's the
Which is
mothership.
that's the hometown.
It's the
That's what it is.
And
They're from Arkansas.
And are they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was in
Isn't
like
the whole family's from Arkansas?
Yeah,
I think so. I don't know. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
trying
the
to think of
mothership,
where
yeah.
I've been in so many places, but
The best one I went to, honestly, and it was like I loved it here, was when I went to Bristol to go to the race.
Oh, that's another mothership.
And I went to
That's a moon
I
from
went
the
to the
mothership.
Walmart to get a cooler because I couldn't carry one on the plane with me, so I had to go get a cooler to go to the races at Bristol for the NASCAR race. That was awesome. There were cutouts of NASCAR drivers everywhere.
But nobody else. Like if you said that's Walmart nailed it, man. They found
did.
and then every single human being besides Oprah, who says she does now go to Walmart sometimes, which I doubt,
No.
goes to Walmart for stuff. It's cheap. It's inexpensive stuff.
like a buddy of mine said, or not a buddy of mine, this guy, truck driver, dropped something off at our house, as you can imagine, really nice human, but I don't know what he's talking about. Something being expensive. He goes, where I buy my steak is where I buy my jeans, buddy.
That's the name of today's podcast.
Which
Where
is-
I buy my steak is I buy my jean. What?
Where I buy my steak is where I buy my jeans.
Okay, that is
And
awesome.
that is that. Thanks for coming in, Scott.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
So
it.
you're
When
leaving-
we'll definitely stay in touch. And when I'm in
Yes.
town, we'll come make some we'll come make some noise again.
Absolutely. That'd be awesome.
All right, buddy.
Safe travels.
I appreciate it.
Talk to you soon.
What's your email? What people want to follow you? Fight for a podcast.
So they can follow me at Scott Papik on Instagram is probably where I'm going to document most of it, or Facebook, Scott Papik Media.
Okay. So it's Pat and JT, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. Subscribe, rate, review.
Share.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.